if I go off, it's just me and you. It's just me and a documentary maker that's going to cop it.
Well, I've been a delivery driver for like 10, 15 years now. I was, first I went to Asdo, then there was Morrison's, and then Tisco. Tisco kept me on for the last 5 years, even though, I claim disability and all that. But I'm quite honoured to be the man that delivers it, to this man's house, even though his head is ticking like a bomb.
So this doctor said to me, is there any history of this in your family? I remembered some stories my mum were telling me and some old photographs of my granddad in World War I or whenever it was, and he'd got shrapnel lodged in his head. So it's like, ah. And I remember my uncle had a stick of dynamite for a nose. I've got this nice young guy the hospital have sorted out who comes up here. He's a volunteer. He usually does old ladies, but they've added me to his round now, so he comes with my supplies.
My name's Graham.
But he's a little bit jumpy and nervous. He never really, being on my own, I want somebody to chat to, but he never wants to stop for a chat. I guess it's because he's busy because he has his next old lady to go and do.
Now, I've taken safety precautions through the years. Got my tin hat that I use in case he goes off. Got my eye-vis just in case.
I always try and catch him. Well, what he tends to do is park at the very top of the lane, run down, knock on my door and run off. By the time I got to the door, I just usually see his heels disappearing on the horizon. Which is fair enough, because I have got a thermonuclear device for an head. The only problem I have with him is he's a nice lad, but whatever I order, I never get what I order. I mean, I've got my box of supplies for this week. I mean, there's one of me, and I've got 8 tins of cat food there, no cats. So when the ticking gets more intense, I've got this little chair I keep in my garden. I go down to the bottom of my garden and just sit and wait for it. So far, it's always been a false alarm, even when the ticking's got really intense and I've thought I've heard a click. It's like when I sneeze. I always think, oh, I'm going to sneeze. That's going to accidentally trigger the detonator, so I'm always terrified of sneezing. But like, touch wood, so far, they've all been false alarms, but it's not a nice feeling when you think that your time's up and you're sat in your little chair waiting to go. I mean, I know it's coming. Unless these doctors can do something, it's coming. Oh, sorry about that. So don't worry about it. It's not going to smell because of this weird condition I've got. It smells like fireworks or electrical fires and things. It's weird. Don't smell it. You can smell that. It doesn't smell like a fart. You're all right. So I was still playing football for this team. They all knew about my head. I'd told them about it. None of them believed me at first till I lifted me up and showed them. Anyway, we're playing this match. This cross comes in, and I shout heads. Turn round. They're all running off. But I decided after that I'd better pack the old football in. Obviously, my love life now is absolutely non-existent living up here. It's not like I'm on one of them dating websites, is it? Can you imagine? 22-year-old male, unemployed, has a bomb for a head, lives in the middle of nowhere, can't go into public places. They're all that and it were a dud.